Do you get called sneaky athletic a lot? Was
All
that
the
like
time.
was that
Deceptive.
the thing?
Deceptive was the adjective that always used to get under my skin a little bit.
Connaughton drives and finishes that one done.
Pat, appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me.
So I said I'm gonna get his best 5 to 6 dunks, and we're gonna go walk through them all. But when I was researching all your clips, I realized that you had the highest NBA vertical jump during the draft combine.
Yep.
Were you expecting that before?
I'm not sure I was expecting necessarily the highest, but
Yeah.
I was definitely expecting to shock some people. And fortunately, my guy Quinn Cook was there with me.
That's the best athlete in the draft right there. NBA draft.
I think honestly that was probably the coolest part. The vertical was great. Personally, I knew I could jump, but showing the athleticism in all the other areas, I think was kind of cool. The running, the agility, things like that were what I believe scouts weren't ready for.
Was that something you were gunning for, the vertical? Like, were you like working on it a little bit harder with those 63-inch box jumps, all the things
definitely,
you do?
Definitely, I'm still working on it.
Now, you were drafted by the Orioles in the 4th round. Did you grow up wanting to play basketball or baseball?
Both, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, since a young age, I wanted to play both for as long as I could. Basketball just was part of who I am. It was something I worked a little bit harder at. It was something that, honestly, people expected me to be less good at, if that's even the right way to put it. So it kind of drove me to really try to make sure that I could excel at it at the highest level.
Now, the dunk against the Hawks.
Yep.
Mentality here, kind of walk me through it.
Mentality was get to the rim.
Yeah.
And the honest mentality was try to channel my inner teammate Giannis's dunking ability with the force that he brings, the MVP status, the whole 9.
Now, is the play designed for you?
No, it's just a read off the play. So honestly, the play was designed for me to get it up top, and when he was chasing me so that I couldn't shoot a 3, I just went straight to the rim. It was a great pass by Thanasis. He led me right into it, and once I saw the defender come over, I said, might be a little too late.
Now, this one really caught me off guard.
Sometimes under and sometimes Dante just reading it. That is Pat Connaughton.
What is the key? Is it timing?
With rebounding, with everything, I tried to read it off the shot, but I got stuck on that one. It bounced a little farther back than I thought.
So when you jumped up, were you like, oh, this is going to be way too hard to pull off? Or
Yeah, I just tried to hang for a little bit. And this one versus the Blazers, that was my old team, so it was a little added extra motivation. This one was a little bit tougher because I had to go farther away to get the ball, so I wasn't able to get as high, but it worked out even better because I threw it in pretty hard.
Now, has your vertical gotten even higher? Because you're kind of in the prime of your career right now. Is it
Yeah,
higher
I
than
think
it was
so.
before?
I think so. I mean, coming out of college, obviously, I was honestly a power forward,
Yeah.
stretch 4 at Notre Dame. So I had to change my body a little bit, change some of my skills back to what I played in high school, and help my game all around, like the quickness, agility, the whole 9.
Now, this is my favorite one personally.
Yeah.
Once again, your reach back, I don't know how you did it. So you tell me how you did it.
So I had a similar dunk to this when I was in AAU back home in Massachusetts with the Magic, and it was one of those ones where I just read it off the rim, and it was straight reaction. Like, I jumped as high as I could because I thought I was going to have to. Look, I'm predominantly a right-handed player, but when it came back that far, I had no choice but to just react, and where I caught it and threw it in was all in one motion, which the timing worked out great, and being up that high obviously helps a little bit too.
What is your favorite type of dunk? Do you have one?
I'd say my favorite types of dunks are ones where I'm driving down the lane, people aren't expecting it. I had one the other day versus New Orleans where I drove right, 2 guys went up with me, and I was able to put it down. And most of the time it's because guys aren't ready for it. Most of the time it's because it's not expected as far as like a breakaway. And the tip slams, they're not expected as much, but I get to line them up. So some people are like, oh, he's going in for this. Like, some guys are used to it.
Now, when you dunked on Giannis, were you planning this?
No, so the story behind this, it was organic. Me, him, and Chris Middleton were working out. We had played one-on-one. We had played a bunch of spots, and Giannis ended up beating us. I think the score was like 6-5-4. So we had our social media guys there, so they were interviewing him afterwards. So when he was feeling himself a little bit, I figured he'd be susceptible to not really paying attention. So while the camera was rolling, I was just like, hey, GA, like, is it true? Like, you can touch the rim without jumping too, can't you? And he's like, oh yeah, for sure, I got this. And went up and went to do it, and that's when I knew I had it. Afterwards, he was like, yeah, he got me. He got me. It changed it a little bit.
Now, last clip, the play against the Bulls, where you block, and then in traffic, at what point do you decide, hey, I'm going to take off from here?
I've gotten a few blocks on threes in the last few years because I don't think people are expecting me to jump that high or be as long as I am, right? So when I got the block and I got the ball, I knew there were 3 guys behind me. I didn't know exactly where they were, but I knew there were 3 guys behind me. So I was like, hey, it's half court. If I can get one long dribble in, I'm just going to take off. I'm going to jump as high as I can. And I figured, honestly, if I jump from a little too far, I can at least get to the rim and do a finger roll. And I just kept going and kept going and kept going. I was like, all right, here we go. This is what we need.
Well, Pat, I appreciate you coming on the show. We're going to do this again.
Sounds good. Appreciate you.
Thank you, buddy.
Have a good one.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.